One of the things that interests me lately is this idea that once you know exactly what you want, the only thing that stops you from going there is how much you believe, right? It's whether you trust, you have faith, whether you believe, you have confidence in yourself, right? Your ability to change and adapt to get to that position. If you're spiritual, whether you believe in God, right, or a higher power to get to your solution, because a lot of things will move out of your way, right? A lot of things will move into your way to try to test who you are, like who you're claiming to you. And identity engineering is all about maintaining the resilience in different circumstances, right? And for me, I'm applying identity engineering to wealth building, right? Instead of just seeing the current income that I'm making as my as the permanent source of income, which I think a lot of us do, right? A lot of times we're very comfortable. This is what I'm making. Um, perhaps it's enough to keep you um, stable, buy a few things, and decently enjoy life, right? We get very complacent. We get super comfortable. And identity engineering is about growth because the goal is not to be stable. It's not to have this stable configuration that has no energy, right? The goal is to be uncomfortable, to put energy into the system. You want to expand. You want that identity upgrade. You want to see the world differently. You want to push your limits, right? And so that sometimes requires a mindset shift. And especially as money is concerned, it might require you to take your account, right, and put it to work. Don't leave it just staying there. And then when I say putting it to work, putting it to work with the right mindset. Of course, none of this is financial advice, but lately I've been thinking about moving my income permanently into a automation system that produces more income, right? And I don't know about you, but the world is becoming more and more cold, right? People don't care about people like they used to, right? And honestly, you have to look out for yourself and you have to be the change. So when you're better off, you can help other people. Why am I saying all of this? I'm saying this because I understand now that what I've been lacking for the last few years is an identity shift. It's a mentality shift. You see, we are constantly being programmed by the world around us. I bet you one of my listeners right now is on one of these very popular platforms, right? And they're constantly chasing the next potential, right, high. And sometimes it works, and a lot of times it's utter catastrophe. Why do I know that? Because I was there, right? But now entering into maturity, because that's very youthful. That's a very young person mentality, very naive. And for some people it works, but for the majority of people, it's utter catastrophe, right? Wasn't it Warren Buffett that said that the the wealth game in the stock market, I'm paraphrasing, is to transfer wealth from those people who are impatient to those who are patient. I'm really think about that. You're playing a losing game if you're not patient, if you're not very careful and strategic. Now, I'm not saying you can't make money as a trader, but the best traders are very intentional. They're not playing the games of everyone else, right? So you can find a mentor, um, or you can keep things simple. I like simplicity. I like automation, right? The whole world is going to automation. For goodness sakes, we're automating intelligence. That's what AI is. It's automated intelligence, right? We are outsourcing intelligence into an automated probabilistic platform. That's a mindset shift. That's a revelation. You need to get there as quickly as possible. Of course, your situation is different. I'm not giving you financial advice. Always remember that, right? You must get your unique situation. You have to figure that out for yourself. But what I am saying is, you and I need to get to a place where we say, I can produce $1 and I'm never going back to zero. That will change your perspective forever. You need to get to a place where you have a system that creates 1 cent, for goodness sake. What is your base case? Is it $1? Get that $1 and automate it for the rest of your life. Every month you should be getting $1. You should be getting one, depending on what currency, £1, £1, £1. I don't care where you are in the world. Do you have a system, right, that generates you $1 a month? Simple system, automated, right? Where if you are sleeping, that system will continue to work to get you that dollar. It doesn't matter the instruments. The point is the system is in place and you have that identity mindset. It could be a business. It could be an automation workflow. It could be a passive income stream, whatever it is, right? But the point is, once you said, I'm getting $1 per month and I'm never turning back, never seeing zero again, you unlock something. That might require more effort on your part to say, I'm never going back to zero. And that's fine. Even if it's little, own it, $1, right? And then you strategize. How do I scale? How do I go from $1 to $10 without incurring risk, right? You know the system's working, so you go $1 to $10. That can be a very huge leap. That could be months for some people. That could be years. Don't compare yourself to anyone. Own your journey, right? For a lot of people in uh, very upscale environments with very high tech scenes, or very high finance scenes, right? Maybe big cities, right? Their standard of living is huge, right? I feel that in the location where I am, right? But the point still remains. If you look at what it takes for you to exist passively and pursue what you really desire, right? Whether it's work, right? Or whether it's a different type of work, like not the traditional job, right? The point is that huge number is intimidating on purpose so that it tests your identity. If you've watched the previous videos, you understand my theoretical framework, identity engineering, that reality is testing who you're claiming to be. Just say that this is who you are. Write it down. I will make $50 a month forever and I will scale from there. I will never go under $10 a month. You name your amount. I will never again go under $1 a month, right? And as you scale, as you push the floor or the ceiling rather, and that ceiling becomes your new floor, you never go underneath. You only improve. And sometimes that requires you to take a break. Take a break at your $50 floor, your new floor. You've hit a new ceiling. You've made that your new floor. You stay there. Right? Maybe you need to address other issues. Maybe you have to service debts. Maybe you need to furnish, refurbish, maintain life, keep it on hold. If you need to not look at it, don't look at it. Don't make that your source to reach into because that's your tree. See, this is the identity engineering philosophy. You should automate and never go underneath. Okay, so you've made it to 50. Your next goal is 100. Now, I'm a believer that, right, as you're going, your identity is expansive, right? The surface area of who you are increases. It gives you a lot of vantage points. You will find new ways to speed up your ability to continue to scale. Don't believe the lie that you will never reach that high goal, that calculated number. For some people, it's $500,000. Some people, it's $200,000, depending on where you are in the world and your currency equivalent. Some people, it's $5 million. Some people, it's $2 million to live comfortably, passively, right? But don't believe the lie that you'll never get there. It's a test on your identity. Start with the base case and scale. Scale strategically. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Don't throw everything in there and then pull it all out, right? Scale responsibly, scale strategically. Once you reach a certain point, keep it and take a breath, cool down, focus on other things, accumulate capital, service debts. When you're ready, return, have another plan. I'm gonna continue for the next couple of weeks to continue to scale, right? And then subconsciously be thinking, asking yourself, how can I see this growth a different way? And you'll find new sources of income, right? So I hope this is helpful, right? This is the identity engineering framework in a way of finance, right? There's no excuse anymore. Not in the AI era, because truly the wealth gap is every successive technological leap leads to higher and higher income inequality. And I think that we have a chance to reshape our identity ahead of this because it's coming super fast and we need to be able to key in. So my name is Obi. If you like this kind of content, like, subscribe. If you have any questions, right? If you have any testimonials, you think you're on the right journey and you're already ahead in this way, tell us your secrets, right? And if there are specific trade secrets you don't want to tell, that's fine, but give some encouragement or helpful advice, because yours truly is also on this journey. Uh, I hope you like this video. Please subscribe, like, comment, so that this video reaches the right audience. Thank you. I'll see you in the next one.